I learned one very important lesson, that getting to the first step, which is to become an entrepreneur, to set up an enterprise, is one thing. But in terms of growing that enterprise, you require to be a very, very different person. Lot of capabilities that you assume you have, you got to go within yourself and figure out whether you really have them, or you got to figure out how you're going to assemble them. So that's the fundamental learning which enabled me and Dr. Ganesh Rajan when we decided to set up Fiber's World as an entity which will focus on digital skills and ventures around these two areas. We started looking at different ventures in which we would be investing. So today we have about 9 investments. 8 of them are actually led by women. And one interesting thread that we found in all of these ventures is that all of them have some element of digital, whether it's to do with the platform that is being created for taking culture and history across to various people across the world, or whether it is to do with drug discovery, or whether it is to do with services and products to farmers and so on and so forth. But what we find is that all of these entrepreneurs have to, over a period of time, start thinking about changing their business model, looking at different avenues for raising their finance, and particularly when you're in growth trajectory, there are several opportunities which come along your way. So which is that opportunity that you really want to look at? Which is that opportunity that you really think is going to scale? So you've got to take some risks, you need to take certain bets. And that is really the million-dollar question. So we will hear today, over the next few minutes, or rather next 1 hour, we will request our panelists here to talk about some of these challenges or opportunities that they have come along, which opportunities they have decided to leave behind, and which opportunities they have decided to take their bets on, and how are they scaling their businesses. So I'm going to first of all turn to the twins we have. This is something that is very unusual, as I just discovered, the Shah brothers, who have set up this phenomenal venture which is focused around supply chain. And they are now going to talk about what really, we talk about one entrepreneur being very passionate. How do they really share a passion amongst the twins is something that we would be very, very keen to know. So over to you. We have about 6 minutes. And please get started.
Thank you. Can we just stand at the podium and present? That's okay? Or, yeah? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Devang, and this is my twin brother Gaurang, and we're from Balkemaro. We're building the Alibaba for enterprises in India. So both Devang and I are dual degree graduates of the Wharton Business School and Penn Engineering. And after Wharton, I was the management consultant at McKinsey's New York office, and Devang was a derivatives trader at Wall Street in Citigroup. And we've also co-founded DSN, which is a Sequoia Capital-backed technology company in 2008. And 2 years ago, we raised some seed capital from some of the best Silicon Valley investors like Y Combinator, Bain Capital, FJ Labs, and a host of others. So our clients are giant corporations that are manufacturing medicines, they're drilling for oil, they're even making automobile cars. All these clients are, sorry, where's the notes? All these clients need tens of thousands of products such as hammers and nails, safety gloves, equipment, material handling tools, etc., which they're buying from tens of thousands of suppliers. And the entire supply chain is completely fragmented. What we have found is that companies are finding it extremely difficult to source these products because of the entire fragmented supply chain. So that's where we came in. We went ahead and aggregated over 15 lakh products, over 5,000 brands, to literally become a single window clearance for any product of any brand as one supplier. And we've reinvented the supply chain so that now all our large corporate customers can just come to Balkemaro and we will go ahead and stitch up whatever supplies they need from any part of the world. And so, just in terms of how we've grown over 500 times since we started our company 4 years ago. And this year, we are on track to hit over 200 crores. And what's most important is that we've done this entire thing completely profitably. And so, why exactly is this really working? Well, let's just look at what actually happens in a typical customer, where it's so complex that most of these large corporations we've studied take almost 150 steps to buy something as simple as a hammer, because everything is so complicated. And so what we are doing is we're using a technology to offer a completely fully managed solution and enterprise-grade SLAs. And this makes it for the large corporations to work very easily with us. And our tech platform also allows our customers to quickly search for products and what we call one-click procurement. So it's just as simple as for you to go on Amazon and buy a phone. Now our corporate customers can go and buy their hammers, nails, and gloves. And these are the customized catalogs that we are making for them now on a daily basis. The dashboards also allow our customers to track every order in one place. And this experience is really seamless, where before they had to deal with thousands of suppliers, now everything is consolidated on one platform. And we're also creating an AI-based assistant, which is using all this transactional data that we're collecting over the last few years to make it that much easier and automated for ordering your regular items. And we call her Sita. And this strategy has worked really well. So let's just look at what happens at a typical Fortune 500 customer. So this is an example of a typical Fortune 500 customer based out of Europe. They have over 40 factories, more than 1,000 end users, 25,000 SKUs that they need to buy, and it's only a 3-person team managing over $80 million in procurement with 10,000 suppliers. Now, why is this the case? Why is it completely, why is it set up this way? Is because $80 million equates to maybe 5 or 7% of the overall budget of procurement, which if you look at it from a large corporation perspective, it's just a drop in the ocean. And that's where we came in, and what we did is in the first year, we consolidated over 5,000 suppliers in the first 12 months. Over the next 12 months, we're going to now consolidate all 10,000 suppliers. So literally, bulk MRO is going to become the single window clearance for all their procurement. So what their team of 3 people was doing now, we have an entire organization of more than 60, 70 people who's going to help them do that. And hence, from a customer standpoint, the experience now is just 3 steps and you can buy any product by building out our customized catalogs. And so like this Fortune 500 customer now, we have got over 200 enterprise customers, including 35 Fortune 500 companies. And we're seeing almost a 90% repeat business. Our customers are just basically hooked onto us now. And every year, what we have seen is enterprise customers are buying over $40 billion of these kind of products, and it's set to grow, it's set to double in the next 5 years. So in summary, we are bulk MRO, we are building the Alibaba for enterprises. We have more than 200 enterprise customers. We're at a 200 crore run rate for the financial year 2019, and we're a profitable startup.